Welcome back. This is Empower. We focus on people and workplace. I'm glad you're still together with us. And keep learning, keep giving us feedback as we move on. Lillian, before we went for a break, you're explaining that you deal with special kids, and that is so amazing. So what gives you satisfaction as you do this throughout, day in, day out, for the time you've done it?
They say, if you truly want to feel loved, just let children love you. And it's more even loving when now you're dealing with these kids with special needs that nobody wants to see or associate with. I mean, no parents wants to have disabled kids or kids who are able differently, but these are kids that God gave us for a reason. And so I want to make them feel a sense of belonging, whether in my own capacity in education and also interacting with them. It's funny because I never even knew, like my nose ring, for instance, would stand out with the kids. And so the first time I dealt with them, they were just so loving to give me like a symbol for my name, if I could show you, for instance. So this is my symbol for my name, Lillian. And that motivated me more than anything, more than any money would have. And I felt like, God, I've been asking you for a ministry to serve. I can't preach, I can't sing. But you know what? I can serve in this ministry, and I want to give it my all. And truthfully, God has supported me. I have worked with a number of these children and with also schools that supports these children. I'm also partnering with a lot of organizations, both NGOs, corporate and government, to just give access of digital devices and digital learning content to these children.
Amazing. So when you see the joy these children, that itself means a lot to you. And it's good that you have identified where God has placed you. And you always say wherever we are, be it in employment, be it in business, the Christianity or the faith that we have should be a lifestyle. It's not just in church. Wherever God has placed us, and we should be ministers there. And I love to hear that God is using you in that field. But what are the challenges that you face in the same field?
The challenges are numerous. But you know what? My God is bigger. But notwithstanding, one of the greatest challenge is being in a male-dominated field as a young lady, and also having the virtues that I have. A lot of the times, getting even partners and even clients, in the sense that you want to make connections with these people. There are a lot of favors that you must give, both in kind and, you know, like, you know, you can think of anything that comes to mind. But it's a prayer that I made to God that this business is yours. I actually call God my sole investor. He's the chairman of my board. So I normally refer to him because the challenges are there when you go to people for business. They want to take advantage of you as a young woman. Again, I don't have prior experience to run in a business before. So when I started, I had challenges in managing my money. I believe I wasn't a good steward of God's resources. I know I involved God, but I don't think I really did involve him in all the decisions when I was starting. And so I had some challenges thereabout. And I told myself I'm giving myself a 1-year trial period to learn all the lessons. And also to pray for the grace of favor. Again, you know, favor can move mountains. I can work for it. My major challenge mostly was doing projects for corporates and for people. And now when it comes to payment, it becomes a challenge. And don't forget, I don't have a backup plan where I can go back to. So I relied a lot on these. And I used to ask God, did you bring me here to humiliate me or to bring me down? But I remember one word that my reverend used to tell me, that you have to speak to your business every day. Tell your business, uptake. You have no business failing. You have to show the glory of God. So even when times are hard, I go to God. When times are good, that's even the more time I spend in prayer, telling God, let me not get confused.
Yes.
So challenges are there. I'm not going to lie, in business, especially access to capital,
Yes.
access to partnerships. But the moment you break through, it makes it all worth it. So that is what has been making me steady here.
Yeah, you have said that, okay, you started, no prior experience.
Yeah.
So there are things that you've learned over time. Did you have someone who was guiding you or walking with you, or you just said, you know what, I have to fight through until I get to the other side?
Yeah, I could say I had some destiny helpers along the way who've held my hand. But again, remember, they are not with you 24/7. They also have their lives. And with one thing I've learned with God, He puts everyone strategically in your life for a time and for a purpose.
Yes.
So they pushed me this far. The rest of the journey I have to figure on my own. I can refer to them, but at the end of the day, I'm the one in those shoes.
Yes.
They fit me. So I have to walk the journey. So I've learned on the go. I make mistakes, I learn from them.
Yes.
I make a win here, I celebrate and move on. But one thing that has helped me, and I know it can help a lot of other people, learn to move on very fast. Like, don't dwell on sadness. Don't dwell on hard times. Don't also dwell on good times. Because that's when the devil comes, when you least expect. You're in this mood. I'm happy, I'm happy. You put your guard down. Be joyful. I mean, you have to show the glory of God, but move on. Next, what is the next place that I need to be? Yes, you're sad, things are bad, clients are not paying, business is not doing well.
I know.
Cry if you have to cry for a day.
But move forward.
Pray and move on.
Yes.
What else can I do? Yes, that has helped me a lot.
Wow, that's amazing, because you know, sometimes we dwell so much on something,
Yes,
we lose focus.
absolutely.
Yes, and when you realize, okay, it's a down moment, but it has happened, I have to get over and move forward.
Yes.
Okay, do you have staff that work for you?
Oh, yes, I do have a team.
How many?
Consistently, we have like 5 who work with me on a day-to-day, but depending on the projects at hand, and most of the time our projects are huge and goes on for months.
Yes.
I have between 10 to 20 that we collaborate with. So yes, and these people are dependent on the success of this business. So every time I go to God, I'm like, it's not about me, Lillian, anymore, God. It's about so-and-so. I mention their needs. It's about so-and-so. I mention their needs. So even when God is evaluating whether to bless me, He knows He has to bless me.
Because the other people
because the other people who are dependent on the success of this business.
Amazing. That is so good. Now, I go back on the people's issues, because I deal with people, and I'm always interested to know how do you ensure that they are aligned to your vision? Because this vision is yours, and God bless it in your heart, but they need to align to it so that they also give you the support that you need. So how do you do that?
Wow. This is a learning curve. There's a learning curve to this. These are people that I've known throughout my career life. So it wasn't like I was in a hiring process. I just knew so-and-so, 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 and I pulled them together. And as grace would have it, all of them were willing to come and work with me, come and work for me. I mostly prefer come and work with me. I am a more of a team player, so it's not been easy again. I've also realized you need to stand your ground also. You're also a boss. As much as I don't want to admit it, that is a truth.
That is a truth.
And sometimes you have to align processes and structures. And the hardest thing for me, up to date, is telling someone I no longer need your services.
And especially because you've explained that these are people who have known for some time.
Yeah, they are more friends than
Yes,
colleagues.
yes.
Yeah, but
But such times have come, yeah. And you had to do that.
yes.
Okay, I know sometimes especially someone you love or someone close to you, that you can feel like you're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, the other side is the business requires this decision to be done.
Yeah.
So how have you held, or how have you handled yourself to be able to have that balance that this is a business, I no longer need this person?
It's taken a lot of strength and hope, but
Yes.
it had to be done. Why? Because our goals must align. Align because firstly, even if we have to work in accordance to our clients' like expectations,
Yeah.
we also have to align ourselves to God, what God expects us to do. And when I feel like you're becoming a stumbling block, I just have to tell you, we are no longer aligned. I no longer feel like we could work together. So please step down. And obviously it's not easy, and it doesn't come easily. It comes as a result of either the person has become problematic,
Yes.
in the sense that they don't deliver within their stipulated times, within the deliverables that are set,
Yes.
and also making outrageous demands for payment and compensations. Because again, at the end of the day, every project is different,
Yeah.
and the budgets for each project are
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
And from the word go, I explained this to my team. There are projects that will pay well,
Yeah.
and there are projects that will not pay as much.
True.
Can we be aligned? And it was okay, but you know, we are human beings.
I know, as you continue.
Yeah, things happen.
I know, I've worked in HR for a long time, and I know when some people are looking for opportunities,
Yeah.
they even tell you, I'm open for anything.
Yeah.
Until after a short time, they
Yes.
come back and, you know, I've seen all the work, it is too much, they're
Yes.
no longer
Yeah.
aligned, so become another problem.
Sure.
Anyway, but maybe what is your parting shot as we get to close the program? Maybe what can you tell someone who's looking at you and just saying, oh, I would love to do to be a business person like Lillian?
For me, it will be aligned to God. Honestly, I owe a lot to God.
Yeah.
I will just talk to God. Someone said, a quote, if you want to know God intimately, be a business person in Kenya. What that means, I don't know, but I have experienced it.
I've seen it.
I have spent more times on my knees than sleeping, walking, or eating.
Yes.
Because I need that grace. So please know God
Yes.
and know Him well. Also, be a good steward with what God is giving you,
Yeah.
and you will excel. God says, ask and it will be given, and you will expand our territories. And that's my belief, yeah.
So how far are you seeing God taking you in the next few years?
I've seen this vision. I have seen a red carpet. I have seen a ministry of the kids again. It's my
Wow,
desire to build a
amazing.
big orphanage. I've seen myself in a big office, in a place of power and decision making.
Wow.
And that has to do with government, as much as we don't want to admit it. Thank you.
Wow, amazing. Thanks so much, Lillian, for being our guest today. I believe that we have learnt a lot from you. Look forward to interact with you another time. God bless you.
God bless.
I believe you've listened to Lillian. It has been an amazing session to hear what God is doing in her life. And she has said, if you want to know God intimately, be a business person in Kenya. That's quite interesting. See you next week. My name is Beatrice Chuchu. God bless you.